In this video, we're going to discuss bulk provisioning and pushing configuration and firmware to individual devices. In order to do this, the device will have to be added to the Environet Connect system, and once that is done, from the home page, if you go to Equipment, Devices, you will see a list of all of your devices. Now, bulk provisioning and individual configuration changes are currently supported on Vertiv-only equipment. So from your devices page, you'll select all of your like equipment. Once you've made your selection, you'll see that a bulk provisioning icon becomes available in the upper right-hand corner. You can go ahead and click on that, and you'll be taken to our bulk provisioning menu. From this menu, you can select the action you'd like to perform. We give you the option to create provisioning credentials, set IPv4 networking, enable SNMP credentials, push configuration changes. Vertiv does maintain a library of the most common configurations that you can use. You can also download those configurations from Environet Connect, modify them, and upload them to the system for use later. If this is a Unity card or RDU101 card, we allow you to push the firmware for the card. And if this is a Geist device, you can also push the firmware for the card. Just a note, Vertiv does offer the most recent firmware for its devices under the firmware menu. So there is no need to go download it from the website and then upload it into the system. As I mentioned, Vertiv also will let you select and make individual changes on the device. So we'll go ahead and we'll pick a device. Once we do that, you will see a detailed view of that device. So from the details view, if we select the details menu and then edit, we'll be given the option to update the firmware. So we can go ahead and click on update firmware. You will see a list of firmware that's available for that device. You can then select the firmware that you want to push, and then go ahead and click on Update Selected Firmware, and this will push the firmware to the device. Then if we go to the Communications menu, we'll see we have more options for changes that we can make. The first option here is your Advanced Networking. So if you'd like to set up your IP address, go ahead and click on Advanced Networking. You'll be taken over to that menu, and then you can populate your networking information, and then go ahead and click on Config Card Networking. This will push the networking information to the card. That way we can get it set up on the network. If you need to enable SNMP on the card, you can do that by selecting your version of SNMP. We support SNMP V1, V2C, and V3. You'll then go ahead and give it the user community string and the right community string, and then you'll click on Enable SNMP, and that will push that SNMP setup to the card. If you need to push a configuration change, you can do that as well. Go ahead and click on Push Config Change. You will then select the type of configuration change you want to make. If you have your own configuration files, you'll see that listed under where you are listed as the author. If you'd like to use a Vertiv one, go ahead and select Vertiv, and then you'll be given the list of options that you can use. Go ahead and select the configuration you'd like to use, and then click on Push Selected Config Change. If this is the first time that the card's being brought onto the network, you can configure the card admin. So from the communications menu, go ahead and input your admin username and your admin password. Then go ahead and click on Config Card Admin, and it will configure the card admin.